configurations. And so if you do want to get friendly, get a larger table together, that is absolutely
We're
possible.
up on the 6th floor.
The entire
We simply walked across the street from our hotel, and shortly we were at the pier where we got our sightseeing boat with wine sampling. Horrible wine, by the way. We are in Lugano, Switzerland, and in the back where there's no windows in the way, there's an engine.
The 1900 into the property was held by Prince Federico Leopoldo of Prussia, because he built the garden you see today. Then the family Thyssen family owned this villa, and they had a strong passion for art. Very good. You prefer it to the bubbles. Quality of life is
building is supported
lower in Italy, so with that amount of money
Italy.
you have on a monthly basis, of course.
Many people work in Switzerland because they pay more, and then they go back in the evening to live in Italy.
So the lake is called Lake,
So this
to
is
the name Ceresio.
So rode the Italian state to work in Switzerland. So one guy's cleared an area up there, and then there's a whole row of houses right at the top. It must have great views. This was a nice little lakeside cafe where we had a salad, pasta, and tiramisu for dessert. We're headed back to Lugano after a nice lunch and wine tasting.
that would be of one of the more challenging stretches of roadway for Adrian. And he makes it look easy. He's cool under fire.
We're in
But I
Como.
have to say, these streets are a little special. And so, sorry.
Lake
But
Como.
now this one is who they married. Else, right? But he is forced to marry Charlotte in public, but is absolutely cruel to her. Secretly married to somebody else. George becomes King George IV. He has her locked out of the coronation ceremony, literally bars the doors. So some beautiful views here of Lake Como. Now that doesn't mean that they don't have cold dew, but you can also hit it where there's almost spring-like weather, even in February. Yes, so George Clooney, yes, and his wife, and their twins, they do have a house here. They actually have two houses. They purchased two villas, one of which had belonged to the Heinz family, and they bought the two so that they would have more privacy. The committee for the citizens in the area that also agree with him and do not want the lakeside development, so had the locals over to the villa. Also, just last year, there were horrible mudslides. They took out homes. People died. But yeah, so horrible mudslides that happened in Lalio there, and George was on the scene visiting victims, helping to raise money for the people who lost their homes and to fix the damage. So again, just they're very well liked here.
Here's our boat here on Lake Como. Going to take us across to Bellagio, which is up there. Headed from Tremesina across to Bellagio on Lake Como. Como is shaped like an inverted Y. The city of Como is at the southwest end of the lake. Bellagio sits near the point of a long peninsula that divides the lake. Noises. Here we are in Bellagio on Lake Como. We got on the ferry boat down there somewhere. Coming up here is Menagio, where we're going to have lunch. How nice for the seagulls. Tauk had made arrangements so that we could use the facilities at this hotel. How thoughtful. This is the main road along the harbor front. Several long flights of stairs that leave behind the harbor and go up the hillside. Along these streets there's cafes, shops, colorful houses, and lots of plants and flowers. After wandering around the town, we thought it was time for a break. Chocolate croissants, coffee, and an espresso. Yum. Comes the car ferry. I don't know if there's any cars on it, but I can certainly see motorcycles. There are a couple cars on there. Here we are leaving Bellagio, and beautiful gardens around here. Villa Carlotta with extensive grounds. People like to come and visit. This is a Villa Carlotta, and those appear to be banana trees. And over here are lemons. Probably make limoncello.
Already gave it to her.
Oh, okay. Just couldn't find anything.
By chance, we stayed here in 2001 while we were on a trip of Italy for our 30th wedding anniversary. Had our nice luncheon. Beautiful gardens, sculpture, convenient boat, pool. Nice and quiet.